learn a language, there are 4 fundamental skills that we will be facing for a good communication. Just like babies, when learning that language, we will start with listening, then move on to speaking, like to imitate the words and phrases we hear, then reading them, like how they actually look like on a paper or any other media. And last is how we write them down on a paper with our own thoughts and maybe hands. So it's essential when you want to be able to talk with people in any languages in all over the world. But in this video, I would like to share and discuss about how we achieve all these 4 language skills, specifically in English. The first one, listening. So to improve our listening skills, I believe that we have to start by exposing ourselves to English as much as possible. For example, music. We can actually explore our own favorite genre and singer maybe. You know, I myself have listened to Taylor Swift since I was in elementary school, and I always gain more and more idioms and phrases from her new songs. And the next one is listening through games. For example, like Mobile Legends. We can listen to the hero with English audio, and so the other online games. Additionally, you can listen to podcasts or any interesting videos on the internet on the YouTube channel. For example, Kurzgesagt, TED Talk, Big Think, What If, and a lot more. On the other hand, probably for a true beginners, they find it hard for the first time to adapt themselves to this habits of listening. So I offer you to start by watching videos with mixed languages. Maybe you can look for people who are basically Indonesian then have to move abroad, because most of their videos on YouTube channel they used both language, English and Indonesia, or even not. They used English, I think, in a very easiest way to listen to, because they won't speak as fast as the native one. And they always put Indonesian subtitles on the video. So I mean that at least we have to make sure our ears have already getting used to listen to several English words or phrases. For example, you can find Naila Farhana, Gita Savitri, Maudya Ayunda, Zhafira Aqyla, and so on. Next, you have to evaluate your listening skills. For example, through visiting websites on the internet about a lyrics of a music of a song, we have to fill into the blankets or the missing lyrics by just listening to the songs. Furthermore, in order to enhance your listening skills, we can look for friends to have a conversation in a daily life, both virtual or real one, both local and foreign people. The second one, speaking skill. We also have to learn how to speak it out loud. Yeah, I know that sometimes speaking seems to be the hardest skill to master, but I think that the easiest way to learn how to speak is just to practice to speak by yourself, especially specifically when you're alone. And then when you have to, sometimes when you already have a learning partner in English or maybe friends, both of you can play on English only rule during the dialogue, during the conversation. And you can conversing and sharing one to another. Sometimes I think that we also have to put a mindset that it's okay to make mistakes, because actually nobody really care about that. Really, when you can talk, when people can actually listen and understand you, it's actually fine. But imagine if you actually can be fluent as a native, even though it's impossible to be 100% sounds like a native. So in conclusion, the key of speaking is just to practice And maybe you can set yourself in an environment that forces you to speak. For example, an English communities or a competition, debating training, and so on. The third one is reading. Reading is such an excellent way to improve your grammar, your structure, and overall understanding of the language itself. You may start with materials that is suitable to your English level at the moment. So there's no such high pressure or expectations that could finally just lead you to unproductivity and procrastination in reading English. And from time to time, you can improve your reading level by starts to read worldwide news, journal, article, and so on. And last but not least, writing skills. The first one, you actually can start by casually journaling or writing in your notes on your Android, on your laptop, or maybe just your diary book. Then you can improve and enhance your writing skills by writing opinions and thoughts about an issues or about a topic with your friends, or maybe you can do it with yourself. Furthermore, you can also join a competition or just a training class about writing in English. In addition to master reading and writing skills, maybe during the free time you can also play a free word game or quiz on the websites on the internet, or play Scrabble with your friends, because that would be fun and also enhancing your vocabulary as well. Alright, that's all I think how we can actually achieve all these 4 fundamental English skills. But keep in mind that all of them are connected and related each other. So that's why I also believe that during our journey in learning English, we cannot just learn 1-2 skills at different time, but we have to try our best to learn all of them at the same time. So that's why now start to surround ourselves with English, because dozens of motivation and strategies on the internet or someone tells you will make you improve anyway. As once said by Lao Tzu, the journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step.